Hey ho, my bookish friends. Here I am with another video. Um, I wanted to share with you what I finished up in February. I read a total of 7 books altogether, so let's get going. The first one I read was Dawn by V.C. Andrews. I buddy read this with Erica at Erica's Bookish World. And this is my favorite series by V.C. Andrews is the Cutler Family series. There's 4 books. Yeah, 4 books total, I think, if I remember right. It's all about this girl named Dawn. She was always told how she was born, where she was born, but the only thing she didn't understand was how her family, her mom, people who thought of her mom and dad, and her brother, kept bouncing from town to town, from apartment to apartment, to job, and come find out it's because this couple had stolen her or kidnapped her from her original family just days after she was born. And so she had to get used to, or try to get used to, the idea of her new family and find out who her real brother and sister was, and her parents and grandmother and whatnot. And she dealt with some hardships and things like that. And I rated this a 5 out of 5. The next one, I also buddy read this one with Erica, and it's Indefensible by Pamela Cowell. And I also rated this a 5 out of 5. It's a mystery thriller, and it was a really, really good book for someone like me who doesn't read mystery thrillers very much. This one really kept me on my toes. It would definitely keep you going if you love your mystery thrillers. Next one is a reread for me, is Twilight by Stephanie Myers. I saw that Erica at Erica's Bookish World was going to be rereading the Twilight series, so I was like, I'll join you, because I love the series, and I didn't mind rereading them since I had them all. And I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read My Girl by Patricia Hermes. And I rated this a 4 out of 5. It was a good book. And as many times as I've seen the movie, I prefer the movie over this. You know, it was a good book, but I preferred the movie better. The characters in the book was portrayed so much differently than in the movie. I mean, they kept a lot of the same things similar, but as far as how the characters acted was what was totally different. Like the dad, I thought of him as a complete ass in the book before he started figuring out what was really bothering Faye and whatnot. But yeah. The next 2 is by the same author, Carol Snow. She's a new to me author. She writes like fantasy books and whatnot. And this first one's called Switch. And at first I was like, okay, not knowing what it was. I mean, the synopsis on the back of the book gave you an idea, but it was about I can't remember the main character's name, but this girl was switched into this body and this baby when she was born. And every time there was a lightning storm, like rainstorm that had a lot of lightning, she ended up switching bodies with someone that night, with someone that was born in the same month and same year as her. And her soul would go from this other body, but by morning she'd be the same person again until she ended up in the same body for more than what she was supposed to. She was in the same body for like a week, and it was longer. But things worked out, and I rated this a 4 out of 5. I thought, for the way it was written and everything, it was really good. And then I read Snap by Carol Snow. I rated this a 4 out of 5. And the one thing I noticed about these two books, about Switch and Snap, is that they're based in the same town, but based on totally different characters. And this one was really good, but this was about how a girl, after having her camera fixed, because her family's on what she thought was a vacation at this beach, and she dropped her camera and it kind of broke somehow. After she got her camera back from being fixed, she started seeing ghosts, or what she thought was ghosts in her pictures. And there was a psychic in the town and was discussing with her of the possibility that maybe these aren't ghosts, but we'll think of them as ghosts right now. And it came towards the end where she thought this guy that she really liked, that was becoming her boyfriend, was going to be one of the next ones to die. And then she saw a picture of her dying, and that never happened to neither one of them. And what happened with the first character that she took a picture of that appeared in her photo, that person did die. The second person, I hate to ruin any more details of this book because it kind of sticks in your mind for a while and makes you really think about what happened. So, check that out. And then the next one, it was an Interlibrary Loan. Buddy read this one with Erica's Broker's World, The Battle of the Labyrinth. And as far as I know, she's still reading this. I just finished it tonight. I rated this a 5 out of 5. It was really good. And it really makes you really pick up the fifth one, which I do happen to have right now. And it's due this month. So I'm going to have to get into the fifth one here shortly. And it's all about Percy and his camp friends and the quest that they go on every summer. I definitely recommend you start picking up the series if you haven't yet, and start reading them, because me and Erica have already done one live show discussing the first two books. So yeah, go check that out. And so for this month of February, like I said, I read 7 books, and it equaled out to 2,383 pages that I read total. And that ain't too bad, actually. So this will be the end of my wrap-up for you guys, and catch me in the next day or two with a TBR, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.